I'm absolutely delighted now to be joined by the President-elect of the ICMA, Simon Farbrother. Simon is the City Manager from Edmonton, Canada. Well, first of all, thank you very much indeed for joining us today, taking the time. We appreciate that.
Well, delighted to be here. It's good to see you again.
Now, congratulations, you're President-elect. I'm not quite sure how the timing works, but I know you're becoming President-elect. It's great to become President of the ICMA.
Yes, I'm, well, two things. One, very honoured to have the opportunity, and secondly, delighted to have a chance to play this role over the next 3 years.
And when you become President, the ICMA will turn 100. That's quite a milestone.
Yes, it's very exciting in that way, and obviously to be an international member of ICMA, it's a nice turning of time in terms of the 100th anniversary.
It's good to have it. It's quite interesting that you will be, being a Canadian and being a president when ICMA turns 100.
Well, I think over the last 15, 20 years, ICMA has become much more internationally focused. Obviously, the work that ICMA does with US aid, there's 26 affiliate agreements, I believe. And so as we think about the next 100 years, I think as the world gets smaller, we've become more sort of globally focused, that ICMA is just normalizing the international component of what it is.
So I know it's a little early days, but have you had a chance to think of some of the themes that you might be important to you?
Well, I think one of the themes is that the world's a very, very complex place nowadays. It changes very, very rapidly. How decisions are made are almost instantaneous. And so the role of the city manager is actually fundamentally changing. And it's been happening for many years. We're becoming much less the subject expert, much less the manager, and it's about how do you facilitate community growth, community change. And I think that'll be something that I try to focus on over the next year. It talks about the culture of the organization, it talks about strategic focus, but it also talks about the discipline of doing things well.
One of the themes of this year's conference, Building Community, but one of the things that's really come through to me is the sharing of best practice, the sharing of ideas. That there's a real professional development going on within the ICMA at the moment.
Yes, and I think the underpinning of that is just a willingness of sharing and a willingness around transparency. Different communities have different ideas, and there is just that openness to say, okay, well, we found it out, we learned about it, but everybody can benefit. And so it's not a competitive environment that way, it's more of a collegiate environment of cooperation, which is really sort of indicative of where the world's going anyway.
Well, Simon, thank you very much indeed for talking to us. Really appreciate it, and good luck.
Well, thank you very much.